Well, how's it going, you glorious demon hunter bastards? My name is FOXSOL. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to some more Devil May Cry Peak of Combat, or better known as Wallet May Cry. The game trying to separate you from your cash to make that wallet of yours cry and burn like a son of a bitch. Oh, talking about burning, let's talk about Spark Igniter Lady and how you can optimally use her. All right, first and foremost, I'm going to tell you that when it comes to Spark Igniter Lady, there is only a few ways that you can optimally use her. Okay, from everything that I'm seeing. She's not a great damage dealer. Compared to the other two ladies, she's actually probably the weakest support in the entire team. However, she does shine when you have a fire-based team and is really not a necessary part per se, but a good character to be used in the team, such as Fist of Salvation Dante and Devilbringer Nero. She's an in-between character that her job is to provide as much burst damage as possible and to make it to where you can simultaneously swap out to the next character. Now, with that being stated, let's take a look at the reason why. Because if you look at all of her talent base using, coming over here to her ranks, from B, we can get our basic damage increases at 8%, where if we get to a stylish rank of S, it gains another 2%, making that 10%. Going to A, we have, after hitting with Meteor Seekers, a fire damage increase of 10% that lasts only for 16 seconds. When it comes to S, you get the activating explosive grenade that consumes 1 bar of ammo that, for one time will give you a 20% damage increase. That's good. That's all good so far. It's not the greatest. But the thing is that if you take a look at this kit, you're going to be noticing a lot of things that's like, hey, increase the damage of Meteor Seekers by 38% and gain an additional 60 explosive for hitting a target. But gain additional, when we get to SS, gain an additional damage of 80% for Storm Blast, by SS plus Meteor Seekers. This is the entire kit. We're getting more fire damage here by 15% for Meteor Seekers for 16 seconds. We're getting right here when she comes into battle, her increased fire damage is by 18% for 15 seconds. It does not stack. Again, another one that doesn't stack. When we get to SSS plus, Meteor Seekers fire damage targets increases by 20% and lasts for 16 seconds. This right here is just telling me that the character's job is to come in for a few seconds, up to 6 seconds mostly. She's not supposed to be on the battlefield for any long duration of time. She is only to come in, and as soon as your little gauge for your next character says, hey, you can swap to another character, your job is to swap off of her as fast as possible. She is just the go-between to add a little bit more damage and just to make sure that you can continue your combo by throwing in your next hunter. Pretty much. She does not have any abilities that, oh, let's drop some orbs with charged shots like Swift Arsenal. Let's do an AoE effect that slows down enemies like Frosty Grace. No, her job is just to be a character that is there for a few seconds, does her burst damage, does everything she can do, and then swaps over to the next character. She is there to help try to set up opportunity. That's all her design is. When it comes to the cards on her, there is 2 ways that I'm seeing that you can do the cards on her. One way being is the Nevin card set. The Nevin card set is actually probably going to be your most basic form card that could potentially work. I don't use it. I don't, and I'll explain why. But the reason why you probably would want to use a Nevin card set, like in general my stream would say, is that the 4 card perk on it is that after hitting a target with your ultimate skill, you increase the overall damage of the entire lineup by 70% for the next 10 seconds. The cooldown is 40 seconds though. That's the only drawback. Now, With that being stated, if you've played Devil May Cry Pick a Combat as long as I have so far since the day it's been released, you'll notice that a lot of these matches, when you have your high-end characters that come in on your team with your low-end, majority of the time, these battles will not last long. They're not going to last no more than, 30 to 40 seconds at most. So I don't personally use an Evan card set. You could use an Evan card set if you have cards that, have MP regen bonus of 9.6, because then at that point in time, the Meteor Seeker attack, your secondary attack on Lady Spark Igniter, will actually increase this quite a bit. So if each card you have had an MP bonus, I would say that after 3 hits from last I tested, that yes, you can get your ultimate skill out. And then when you swap over to someone like Nero or Fist of Salvation Dante, then at that point in time, they got an extra, overall damage increase of 70%. However, the way that I play this character and the way I see how this character operates, I'm going more with the Pluton card set, because I want to have the increased fire damage of 16% by her. And I want her to have an overall damage increase of 2% for the next 10 seconds that can stack up to 15 times. Why is that? And especially with these cards, I am looking to try to make sure I have fire damage increasement. I'm looking to make sure that if I could possibly get, like, this card's not really that good right here, to be honest. I need to replace this, but I use this one right here for fire damage. But I'm looking for attack increasement. I'm looking to see if I can get overall attack. I'm looking in general to make her to where I can try to gain. I know she has the weakest attack there is in a sense, but I'm trying to get her to come in and be, like I said, a burst character. Her job is to come in between Fist of Salvation and Devil Bringer, just to do a little bit of damage, set up the opportunity, and swap it to the next character. That's it. I'll show you what I'm talking about. We come here to events, we go to skills, go to training stage and freestyle, make sure everything is like this. You'll see that I got a team right now. I showcase this team with Devil Bringer. And legitimately, the only thing that I see, and this is the most optimal way, is that, boom, I will come in with Fist of Salvation, right? Bring in her. Do as much damage as possible, making sure that fire penetration is coming in here. Bring in my Nero. So that way, with the bread stacks from Fist of Salvation, her fire penetration is all on top of the enemy. And then I would even bring her back in one more time.
Here's a little something for you.
So that way I could bring in back Fist of Salvation and continue that loop over and over. Basically, from what I've seen, Genshin Impact players do. You're not going to be stuck on a character for long with a team like this. You're not playing Endless Judgment Virgil. You're not going to be on the team on the battlefield with one of your hunters for a long duration. Now, with the Nevin card set right here, this would probably be a benefit to where, if you do have the MP bonus, you're going to be on the battlefield for quite some time. Yeah, you could go ahead by this time right here, by doing these attacks like this, boom. We would get an extra 70% overall damage on top of that if we swap out to either Fist of Salvation or Nero. Okay? I see the potential in using that card set. But at the same point in time, I'm also trying to make sure that she's just adding more fire damage, because the fire penetration and the fire damage that she has also goes on top of the next character I present in. Since everyone in my team is using the Pluton card set, it does stay stacked. It does maintain. So ultimately, the only way you want to use this character is straight up just a midpoint to helping you switch out to your other characters. So if you're waiting for Nero right here to be built in, you wait till halfway point, you bring her in, and all you're doing is you're just trying to set up opportunities. So where when that hits, boom, I can summon in my Nero. That's it. That's all you're looking for. You're not looking to keep her on the field for a long duration. You're not trying to keep her here no more than just a few seconds. You're trying just to pop off her skills one time, get the fuck out, and let the other damage dealer come in and take what she has stacked up right here. As you can see, fire penetration, rapid progress, which gives you, increased fire damage. And you're trying to make sure that these two characters you got, or whatever character you have, is taking that opportunity of what she just presented and used it to their advantage to maximize their damage. That's it. The Nevin card set would probably work out tremendously for her. I'm not worried about it. I'm not worried about that extra 70% for 10 seconds because, in all honesty, I don't think that really matters that much. I could probably put in, like I said, all 4 cards with MP regen, but I'd rather just see, that extra fire damage. I like to make sure they're burning. I would like to see, something in regards like burn gauge efficiency, fire damage on her, to where when I swap out to another character, it's guaranteed that they're going to be having a maximum damage. Whereas the Nevin card set, let's just say we did have it. We did use the ultimate skill. I only got 10 seconds. And then I got another 40 seconds where it's not going to be used. So take it for what you want. That's what I'm going to go with on this. But in all honesty, just remember that when it comes to Spark Igniter, the only way she is any good of a support is just to make sure that she has increased, that basically she's not on the battlefield for no more than just, I would say, at least 3 to 5 seconds at most. That's all she's there for. She's not there to do damage. She's only there to come in, boom, 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 and make sure that, I know I just screwed all that up right there, but her entire purpose is just to make sure that you're swapping her in.
Here's a little something for you.
So that way the next character that comes in has their QTE. So, sorry for this video being so late in the day and everything else. I've had some family issues that was going on. Do apologize. Still want to thank you guys so much for coming to the live streams, discussing all this. I'm going to go with this type of build for right now. It may change in the future, but tell me what your thoughts are in the comments below, and come to our live streams and come tell me how I'm wrong. Don't tell me if you agree with me, you disagree with me, and all that good stuff. So until next time, take it easy, have a good one, and I'll catch you on the flip side. Peace.